Mr. President, we have finally completed our work on S-47, the Natural Resources Management Act. We had a good day yesterday. We had a good day here in the United States Senate. We passed this significant bill, really a landmark piece of legislation out of the Senate by a vote of 92-8. That's pretty strong. You don't see a lot of that in the Senate anymore. Every now and again, and this was one of those every now and agains, but I appreciate all the work. We've now sent this over to the House of Representatives. It's got some good momentum, and so we're looking forward to being able to work with the House, encourage them to move quickly on this important measure and see it enacted into law. I wanted to take just a few moments this afternoon while I could to thank so many who have been very key in getting us to this point. And I want to start my comments with acknowledging the former ranking member of the Energy and Natural Resources Committee, Senator Cantwell from Washington. We spent a lot of time together. We spent a lot of time over the years working on these lands bills. We did it in the public forum through the committee process. We had hearings on hundreds of bills. We worked to refine and reach agreement on them, to report them from committee. So there was all that process that went on throughout the committee. And then the two of us sitting down with our staffs on non-committee time, just working through these particulars, the many meetings in my office, in her office. But we really did this on a bipartisan basis. We stuck together. There were times when the prospects for this package did not look so good. And then there were moments when it looked even worse than not so good. But we kind of pulled one another along, and I think that's a tribute to the commitment that we made as colleagues and partners in this, to advance us to not just a message, but to a product. And so truly, I think that's a commitment to Senator Cantwell and her willingness to work together to find a path forward. And then we weren't able to finish things up at the end of the year. Senator Cantwell moved over to another committee, and I had an opportunity to pick up with Senator Manchin, and he picked up. Here he comes in, new ranking member, and he has a bill to help manage on the floor with some 100+ bills. But he helped us in a way that I am most grateful for. He kept us on track and helped us secure a very strong final tally here. I'm also very grateful to my other corners, the chairman and ranking member of the Natural Resources Committee on the House side, working with Chairman Grijalva and Ranking Member Bishop. Really thank them for their exceptional work on this package, and look forward to working with them as we finish this out. And next on my list are Leader McConnell and Senator Schumer. The minority leader is here. We had a conversation on the floor just about where he is sitting, and this was back in December. But the two leaders gave their commitment to take this bill up early this year. They kept that commitment. They made it happen. And so to them, I really thank them for what they did in recognizing that these public lands, resources, and waters bill deserved early attention in this new Congress. I've mentioned on the floor there were many colleagues on both sides, Senator Heinrich, Senator Gardner, Senator Daines from Montana, Senator Wyden from Oregon, all who've been great partners here on the floor. And then it's important to briefly mention the staffs who put in the long hours, the work, the family life that they gave up. First person on my list that I have to recognize is my Deputy Chief Counsel, Lucy Murfitt, truly an expert, a true expert on the lands issue. She poured her heart and soul into these issues, and it's no exaggeration to say that they would not have happened without her efforts. I also want to thank my staff director, Brian Hughes, my chief counsel, Kelly Donnelly, and the members of my lands team, Annie Heffler, Lane Dickinson, Michelle Lane, on our communications team, Nicole Daigle, Michelle Toohey, Tanya Parrish, our support staff, including Melissa Enriquez and Sean Soley, and then Brianne Miller and Isaac Edwards basically kept the committee running while everyone else was focusing on this bill. And while I'm proud of my team, we had great partners on the other side of the aisle. Sarah Venuto and Lance West joined the committee with Senator Manchin. They've been great to work with. Sam Fowler, David Brooks, Rebecca Bonner, Brian Pettit, Camille Tootin, Mary Louise Wagner, Amit Ronan also played key roles. And then on the House side, we had David Watkins and Brandon Brigado of Chairman Grijalva's staff, along with Parrish, Braden, and Cody Stewart, who's now left the Hill, on Ranking Member Bishop's staff. And I have to give a shout out for the floor staff. Laura Dove and her team was fabulous. We also appreciate our parliamentarians, Elizabeth McDonough and Leigh Hildebrand, Terry Van Doren, Leader McConnell with his office, and Anelia Butler at the Senate Budget Committee. Two of the individuals who probably put the most time into this package, Heather Burnham and Christina Kennelly, are in the Office of Senate Ledge Counsel. And I also want to thank Janani Shankaran and Kim Cawley and Aurora Swanson at CBO. So great members, great team. We could not have done this great work without them.